What's happening right now on I-90 at the Snoqualmie Pass is groundbreaking.
We couldn't let the animals stop the highway. We couldn't let the highway stop the animals. Is it unusual for people who aren't naturally together to then work together to make better outcomes? It doesn't happen every day.
I believe I-90 tells that story that we have the power to restore things, not just on a small scale, but in grandiose design. Wildlife in the Cascades are always on the move. If we prevent them from moving, we're blocking their ability to find food, to find places to live, to find new mates.
I-90 is a major freight corridor for us as well as the United States.
I-90 has a tremendous impact on wildlife moving throughout the Cascades because it's carrying 27,000 vehicles a day on 6 lanes bisecting the Cascades.
The Department of Transportation was gearing up to totally rebuild and expand I-90.
This roadway is over 50 years old. There's a lot of substandard alignment in there. In the wintertime, we have avalanches. We see about 72 hours of road closures.
The number one thing that wildlife need to adapt to a changing climate is the ability to move on the landscape. They need options for how they're going to respond to these changing conditions.
When we brought the idea of building wildlife overpasses in this project, the response from the engineers was pretty much, we do highways, we don't do wildlife.
There was tension. There was tension between the conventional way of doing a highway and how this highway might actually fit in that very special environment.
We in the environmental community were poised to fight this project because it was going to make it not better for wildlife, but actually worse for wildlife. That needed to change. And in fact, it did.
There was no way that only one of those transportation corridors was going to trump the other. From that conclusion, we worked forward.
What is unique about this project is getting the Department of Transportation, the agencies, and the environmental community going to the legislature and say, we want you to put money into rebuilding this freeway.
It was very important that we emphasized that it's not safe to have elk get hit on the road. That's not a problem just for the elk, that's for the people that die in the car crash.
This is the only freeway project that we have ever gone to Olympia and supported.
It's been a long road. Sometimes it's been a bumpy road, but in the end, I think we've got a great project that everyone's, when they stand back, is proud of.
Well, we're already seeing wildlife use 3 of the underpasses that have been constructed on I-90, and what we expect to see over time is even more dynamic.
I wouldn't consider myself a wildlife expert, but I do know a lot more about wildlife than I did know before I started this project.
The importance of this project is to show how you can actually work together to solve major environmental problems. That did not come easily, and it's not done yet. We need to keep pushing on this until the project is complete.
Hopefully this will be a model for people to look at and say, okay, that's how they did it on 90, how can we do it on our corridor?
If we can do it here, we can do it across the country and around the world.